Why is 50 Cent quietly making a Netflix documentary about Diddy? And why isn't anyone stopping him? The news stories about Sean Diddy Combs are still very hot. But behind the scenes, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is making a film that could change everything we think we know. This isn't just rumors. It's real, it's official, and it's coming to the world's biggest streaming platform. Want to know what the documentary shows? Who's talking on camera? And if this could end a famous career? Stay right here. Before we go deep, tap like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Now Famous. Let's get into it. Background. Long before courts and news stories, Sean Combs was hip-hop's best business person. As a Howard University student in the early 1990s, he worked for free at Uptown Records. He even slept under his desk to find new talent at night. That hard work led to Bad Boy Records in 1993. Within 4 years he signed the notorious B.I.G., Faith Evans, Total, 112, and Maze. These artists put East Coast rap back on radio and MTV, changing hip-hop music forever. Combs then called himself Puff Daddy. He released No Way Out in 1997, which went to #1 and won the Grammy for Best Rap Album. His song I'll Be Missing You stayed at #1 for 11 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. This made him both a business owner and a music artist. But music was only the start. He started Sean John Clothing in 1998 and won Menswear Designer of the Year in 2004. He worked with Ciroc Vodka in 2007, growing sales from 50,000 to about 2 million bottles every year. He bought most of Revolt TV in 2013 and got De Leon Tequila in 2014. By 2019, Forbes said he was almost a billionaire. This wasn't just success. This was building a business empire. When things changed. But big businesses fall apart when bad claims stick to them. In November 2023, singer Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit. She was Combs' girlfriend from 2007 to 2018. She claimed he forced her to do things and hurt her physically. The lawsuit ended in 24 hours, but it opened the door for more people to speak up. In May 2024, CNN showed video from 2016 of hotel security cameras. The video seemed to show Combs hitting Ventura in a Beverly Hills hotel hallway. Federal police said they were looking into it. By January 2025, a grand jury charged him with organized crime and sex trafficking. The results were fast and bad. Companies stopped working with him. Macy's took Sean John clothes out of stores. Diageo ended their 16-year deal with his alcohol brands because of bad business behavior. Music festivals removed him from their shows. Radio stations quietly stopped playing his old hit songs. The story changed from business success to warning story faster than anyone thought possible. This huge change, the rise to fame, the many claims against him, and his possible fall, is exactly what 50 Cent's documentary promises to explain. Interview by interview, proof by proof. How did we go from platinum records to possible life in prison? Can a streaming show rewrite a legacy built over 30 years? The claims against him. Important note, all claims come from court papers, court testimony, or public video. Mr. Combs says all claims are false, and his case is still going on. Feist, the Cassie Ventura lawsuit. Ventura's 35-page court filing from November 2023 talks about watching her, forcing her into intimate situations, and violent angry outbursts. Even though they settled the case privately, Ventura's lawyers gave evidence to federal agents. 6 months later, hotel video that no one had seen before was leaked. This turned a private settlement into a public disaster. Second, a former worker called MIA said she worked for Combs from 2009 to 2017. She claims he hurt her physically many times, including throwing ice buckets at her for making mistakes. She also claims that in 2015, she woke up to find Combs on top of her. Defense lawyers showed Instagram posts where she called Combs a mentor. MIA said those posts were just trying to survive. Third, other people have come forward as witnesses. Another woman, called Jane Doe No. 2 in court papers, claims Combs attacked her after an LA party. Kid Cudi said in court that his 2012 Audi R8 exploded outside his New Jersey home. This happened hours after Combs found out Cudi was dating Ventura. Fire investigators said someone set the fire on purpose, but lawyers say they can't prove Combs did it. The legal setup is very important here. Prosecutors put civil and criminal claims together into an organized crime case. They say Combs ran a criminal organization using workers, bodyguards, tour staff, private jet companies, and fake businesses to find victims, move them around, or keep them quiet. If found guilty of organized crime plus sex trafficking, he could get life in prison without parole. For 50 Cent's cameras, each court paper, security video, and text message is perfect story material. The documentary wants to connect separate incidents into a pattern. This lets viewers decide if power protected bad behavior or if the hype was bigger than real proof. Netflix insiders say Jackson's team got interview time with at least 3 whistleblowers who said no to mainstream media but agreed to appear in the series. 50 Cent steps in. The Netflix documentary series. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson built G-Unit Film and Television into a successful company. Power broke Star's viewership records. BMF got good reviews from critics. Hip-hop homicides looked at unsolved crimes in the music industry. By December 2023, he hinted at a project that will make Harlem shake. Fans later connected this coded message to Combs. Here's how it developed. December 2023, Jackson confirms a multi-part investigation series on G-Unit's podcast. He promised to give profits to charities that help assault survivors. April 2024, his producers quietly asked for thousands of pages from the civil lawsuit. September 2024, Netflix approved an 8-episode order. Emmy nominee Alex Stapleton signed on as director. November 2024, film crews recorded inside old Bad Boy Studios, getting archive recordings and contract drafts. March 2025, Jackson told Billboard he plans a verdict-ready final episode that will update hours before it comes out. But why 50 Cent? Besides his production resume, Jackson and Combs have had a 20-year rivalry. They competed with alcohol brands, clothing lines, and occasional social media arguments. Critics wonder if bias affects the documentary. Supporters say only a hip-hop insider could get witnesses to speak honestly. Jackson says the series is fact-checked completely with outside lawyers reviewing every scene. What does the series promise? Fresh testimony from former tour managers, marketing executives, and a bodyguard who quit in 2018. Unseen evidence including sealed court video clips, flight records, non-disclosure agreement templates, and jewelry store receipts that prosecutors think funded silence payments. Industry context from professors who explain how decades of get-money culture made ethical lines unclear. And a charity angle, with Netflix money going to Rain and Paul Ari's project. According to Jackson, Netflix hasn't set a release date, but trade press say a fall 2025 window matches when the verdict is expected. Enjoying this deep dive? Pause for 2 seconds. Hit like to boost this video in the algorithm and subscribe for more straight facts about celebrities. Your click keeps independent coverage alive. Let's keep going. Industry and public reactions. The brand damage has been huge. Macy's pulled Sean John from 300 stores, saying they were doing brand risk evaluation. Peloton removed Diddy playlists from exercise classes. Diageo ended Cyrock and De Leon distribution deals. Combs sued them back for breaking contract, but the case stopped because of criminal proceedings. Revolt TV's board appointed a temporary CEO outside Combs' inner circle to protect operations. Money experts at Oppenheimer think these exits took away $340 to $420 million from Combs' wealth within 9 months. That's almost $500 million in value, gone. The artistic damage is equally big. Streaming plays for I'll Be Missing You dropped 22% on Spotify from May 2024 to May 2025. Podcast host Joe Budden called it the R. Kelly slide, talking about how fan ethics now affect music money. Industry gossip site On Smash reports at least 7 artists, including Usher, Mary J. Blige, French Montana, and Rick Ross, have quietly hired lawyers to avoid testifying or giving up emails. Their representatives cite privilege and privacy. At the courthouse, there's a clear split. According to Yahoo News, Free Puff organizers offer $20 per hour plus lunch to wave signs. Meanwhile, advocacy groups like Black Women's Blueprint and Silence Isn't Spiritual hold counter rallies, chanting protect survivors, not profits. Celebrity comments have been mixed. Kanye West tweeted, "Free Puff. We've seen this movie." Bill Maher argued that society must teach early exit strategies for abusive relationships. 50 Cent reposted the hallway video with the caption, "Tell me again how this is hate," then used it in the documentary's teaser trailer. Even politics got involved. Former President Donald Trump, during a 2025 radio interview, said he'd look at the facts if asked for a pardon, adding, "I know talent when I see it, but justice must be fair." No formal clemency request has appeared. Every sponsor exit, every celebrity silence, every Free Puff chant is extra footage for Jackson's editors. This frames not just a trial, but a cultural vote on power and responsibility. What's next? Trial, verdict, and streaming impact. The trial plan is clear. Testimony continues through early July 2025 in Manhattan Federal Court. Closing arguments are scheduled for mid-July. Jury discussion could last days or weeks, depending on legal motions. The verdict window is late summer or early fall 2025. The sentencing possibilities vary a lot. Full conviction on organized crime plus trafficking means life without parole under federal guidelines because of repeated abuse and intimidation. Partial conviction on lesser assault charges could mean 15 to 25 years, with hearings to take away his assets. A hung jury means the government may try again or offer a plea deal, but brand damage stays. An acquittal raises debate about burden of proof versus moral blame. Netflix is making a smart move here. Jackson's team is editing on adrenaline, according to a crew member quoted by Variety. Rough cuts finish every night. Legal counsel approves sections while verdict timing stays uncertain. If the final episode uploads within 72 hours of the jury decision, viewers may get context faster than cable news can book experts. The cultural stakes are enormous. For the industry, this case tests whether wealth still buys silence, or whether social media, whistleblowers, and on-demand documentaries have shifted power toward accountability. For fans, it forces a hard choice. Can you separate nostalgic songs from bad claims, or does continued streaming support harmful systems? For future documentaries, success could approve more real-time investigation series, mixing journalism with binge culture. This case represents a turning point in how we handle power, fame, and accountability in the digital age. The outcome will likely influence how similar cases are handled in the future and how the entertainment industry approaches these situations. Quick summary. We followed Diddy's rise to near-billionaire status, the chain reaction of lawsuits and leaked footage, the federal organized crime case, 50 Cent's 8-episode Netflix response, massive brand damage, split fan base, political side stories, and a verdict coming by year-end. Plus a documentary timed to start playing the moment the court decision happens. Where do you stand? Will 50 Cent's series expose hidden truths or simply reframe headlines? Comment below. I'm replying to the first 100 responses. If this breakdown gave you fresh insight, punch that like button, subscribe, ring notifications, and share this video with a friend who follows pop culture. Your support helps Now Famous keep telling big stories with zero gossip fluff. Stay curious, stay current, stay Now Famous.